Welcome to the life of the Datanaut Christopher. His journey in the digital space began in 2008, with his subscriptions to Facebook and Google alongside 100 million other Datanauts. The Datanauts' digital birth certificates initiated the lifelong process of constructing Christopher's self in the digital space. These certificates secured the transparency in which the Datanaut could freely do such a thing. This ensured that the digital space could sustain itself and allow the Datanauts nearly unlimited freedom of movement. In the process of organizing self in the digital space, the Datanaut occupies three roles: the role of the producer, who gives the digital self definition through the conscious input of content through interactions, or the passive input of data through being surveyed and tracked. The role of the viewer, who sits in the constant feedback loop between the producer and the algorithm, saturated with possibilities of how to enhance themselves and who to become. And the role of the curator, who constructs the personalized good life, through making, buying and distributing his hybridized self-portrait online. The Datanaut's portrait, which is an endless network of associations, forms a pragmatic chaos, upon which only the Datanaut can bring direction and context through his navigational choices. How does the Datanaut navigate the chaos? In the past, personal trophies, events and associated people and places have been used as reference points to tell a person's history. In today's digital space, these personal attributes are used to algorithmically postulate the Datanaut's possible futures that are in his reach. The modern promise of the good life sits implicitly within the act of consumption, whether it's goods, services or political campaigns. The better self is constructed through a disciplinary power relationship between the host of the digital space and the Datanaut. The host benefits from the relationship by providing a conduit between the Datanaut and those who sell the promise of the good life. One of the greater challenges the host faces is giving real-life context and accuracy to the observations it makes of the Datanaut's journey in the process of building the conduit. Accidental turns and false affiliations can distract the Datanaut's journey. The uncanniness of the Datanaut's digital portrait is often the result of his passiveness in the process of making it. In the age where data is the new currency, the Datanaut can be engaged in the conscious process of constructing the digital self and the image of the good life through systems of monetization. What if the Datanaut's future job is to produce new forms of content? What if he was to create meaningful and context-rich models of his future life, in exchange for income? In this future scenario, a system of organization would be required. This system would comprehend a set of materials, sourced by algorithms, a set of values, stemming from the Datanaut, and a space with tools provided by the world-building expert. These would amalgamate into an ever-transforming digital place, defined by objects, spaces, textures and other future trophies, as a portrait of the Datanaut's aspirations. To maintain a level of purpose and readability of the digital place, the world-building expert must generate a family of things and processes, a spatial system within which the drama of the Datanaut's self-building would play out. The challenge of the world builder is to generate a tool for tailoring the conditions of possibility. These worlds could be used to speculate upon architecture of tomorrow, tailored for the personalized good life. The Datanaut's exercises in constructing the world around tomorrow's self will yield valuable instructions on how to build architecture for the good life. These instructions can be purchased for those willing to build it to create multiple good lives in the real world. Welcome to the city of the good life.